So this is my second attempt, but so the goal was to hop on a live call so I can go over two applications with you guys so that way you guys understand what I'm looking at when I'm getting ready to take a trade. Just understand that one of the apps is to actually look at the charts, read where it's going, read price, and then when I send a screenshot so that way you guys understand what you're looking at. So it gets to a point where you guys can do this on your own. And that's the whole goal is to teach you guys so you guys are able to do it on your own, right? So we're gonna go over TradingView today. And if I could think about how to show you the other application, which is called MetaTrader 4, that's where you actually execute your trades. So you use TradingView to chart everything out, to understand what you're looking at. I'm just going to go over the basics today, maybe like a 5 to 10 minute recording. That way, you guys understand what you're looking at. So it no longer looks like a whole nother language, right? And then when I could get everybody on a live call to answer questions, to actually start going a little bit deeper, so that way you guys understand how to find the opportunities. Okay, so what I just did right now was I opened up um, TradingView, and then I also created a new account. So that way my new account looks like what your new account is going to look like, right? So let me share my screen right here. Boom, share. Um, Boom, I have read and agreed. So this is just the screen showing that I'm gonna continue on this account for right now, right? Because I do have another account that I pay for, but you guys don't have to pay for this at all, right? So once you get to this screen right here, which pretty much just shows that, hey, I created an account, then you're just gonna go in here and type in a random pair like JPY, and we're trading Forex, which is the foreign exchange, right? So it's currency versus currency, money versus money. So right here we have CAD JPY. So we're going to click on the one that says OANDA. If you see right here on the top right, it says OANDA. So we're going to click on that one. That's cool. It's going to take us to the chart. And then once we get to the chart, once it finishes loading, I'm going to close this one out right here. And I'm going to close that one out right there too. All right, cool. So this is initially what the chart is going to look like. So now, whoever watches this recording, I just want you to understand some super, super, super simple basics. TradingView has a lot of buttons, a lot of things that can overwhelm you. I'm going to teach you what to keep and what to take off so that way it's simplified. You don't have to look at too much. And whatever you keep on your screen, that's the only thing you're ever going to use, right? There's so many different techniques. There's so many different strategies out there. There's so many different things that it can seem overwhelming at first. My whole point is not to overwhelm you. My whole point is for you to learn as fast as possible and only use what you're going to use, right? So this is what your screen is going to look like at first, right? Way too much. Over here on the right corner, this is our watch list. So this is going to be everything that we trade. So to be honest, we're only going to trade Forex. So all we need is these right here. So with everything else, you can go ahead and delete them like this. You go over them and you can go one by one and you can delete them. So silver, we're not going to trade it. Gold, we're not going to trade it. Oil, we're not going to trade it. Stocks, we're also not going to trade stocks right now. I'm just going over the basics with you guys. So that way, when I send in screenshots, when Brandon sending any screenshots or Angelica, whoever, right? You guys understand what we're looking at, right? So now we cleaned it up. All we literally have is Forex. We have Forex pairs. Now this right here, this volume, we're not ever going to use that, right? So we can go right, leave right here. It's an indicator. If you just hover right over it, you can trash it, remove it. Boom. There you go. Now, the next thing I want you guys to do is you see the candle, we are only ever going to trade based off the candles. We're not going to use anything else but maybe the line chart. So right here, what we're going to do on the candles is we're going to double click on it, and then this should pop up, this menu. So for the body, we're going to make the green candles blue. We're going to keep the red candles red. We're going to keep that. Now the borders, we can put that as black, right, for both. So that way the candles stick out a little bit more. We can see them a little bit better, right? The wicks, they're also going to be black. Boom. Now, if you click OK, you can kind of see how these look a little bit cleaner. So this is how I like to look at it. This is how I have it set up. So that way, when you guys see my charts, it's going to look just like yours. It's going to feel a lot more comfortable because you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at. So one more thing I want to change is you see these lines right here on the chart. We're going to get rid of these lines. We're going to make it look super clean. So we're going to go here, and I believe it is right here, grid lines. We're going to put that white, and um, I think that's it. Watermark, put that white, whatever. Press OK. Now look how clean the charts look, right? It's literally just you and the candles. So now the next thing I want to go over is the time frames that you're going to be trading on, right up here, right? So the time frames are always going to be in your top left corner. So if I remember correctly, right, you click on the 4 hours or whatever time frame you have when you first start. And now you see this little star right here. Every time you hover over one of the time frames, excuse me, you're going to get the star, which says add to favorites. We're going to add all the time frames that we use to our favorites so that way we can always go back to them. They're always going to be right there on the top left corner so we can switch from time frame to time frame, right? And the time frames, to keep it super simple for you guys right now, later on when we get on a live call and you have any questions about this recording or anything at all, that would be the better time to ask the questions. That way I can actually answer them live, right? But time frames, everything shows the same thing, but the smaller you go into the time frame, the more detail it shows you, right? So we're just going to put the 30-minute, we're going to put the 1 hour, 2 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 day, and the weekly. That's it. Nothing else. So now when you come out of here, you can see the time frames are in our favorite box right here. So now we go daily, weekly, right? 4 hour. It's all showing us the same thing, just a little bit more information the deeper down in time frames you go, right? Now over here on your left, there's a whole lot of stuff that we are never going to use. So for the simplicity of this video, the only thing that we're going to use, right? Same thing again, we're going to add these things to our favorites. So I'm going to put a star on the trend line, and you see how it pops up right here? This is going to be our best friend. These are our tools, right? Go here to where this brush is at, and you're going to put a star on the rectangle and on the path. And to be honest, that's about it. Maybe the eclipse, but for now, let's just keep those two things. So rectangle and the path. Let's go back here to our line. Let's see what else we need. We need the horizontal line and a horizontal ray. That's it. That's all you need from there. Now, from here, trying to remember as I go, you don't need anything. This is a whole lot. We're going to keep it super basic for you guys. You guys don't need that. The only pattern you need from the patterns box is your head and shoulders pattern. So go ahead and click on the star on the head and shoulders, and you see how it pops up right here in your favorites box. And then from here, you need two things from here. You need your long position and you need your short position. So that is what we use to indicate our risk to reward so that way we know where we're entering, where we're getting out, and where we get out if we're wrong about the trade altogether. So I'll go over that in a little bit more detail with you guys later on. But the text, you could also put the text on your favorites because we're going to be using the text as well. And to be honest, I think that's about it. We don't need anything else right now. So when you look at my chart, when you look at my chart, this is pretty much the basics, right? We're not going to use anything else, to be honest. Right here, you see how it says candles? We'll keep the candles on our favorite and the line chart on our favorite. So now I literally just put a new TradingView account and I put everything that I use. And this is all you need. You're gonna go over the time frames right here, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly. And you're gonna put your candlesticks, which are these right here. And I will go more in depth as to what this means because right now you're probably like, what the heck is this? Right? The candles is what we use. It's telling us something. It's telling us what direction they're going, right? So we're gonna learn how to read this so that way we know how to tell like, oh, is this going up or is this going down? The line chart literally is the line chart. It's just everything that we see in the candles, but in the form of a line, right? We can use the line chart to kind of indicate where the markets are going, but we trade based off the candlesticks. These are called candlesticks. You see how they're full bodies and some of them have wicks. That's why they're called candlesticks, right? And then in our little favorites box, we have our trend line, our rectangle, our path, the horizontal line, the horizontal ray, the head and shoulders pattern, the long position, the short position, and then the text box in case we ever want to write anything down. So I didn't forget. So that's pretty much it for this video. I want to keep it short. I want to keep it simple and concise. That way you guys can watch it, replay it, pause it wherever you need to. We really don't need too much right now. When I'm able to get more people on a live call, that way I can go over questions and answer them, then we'll go a little bit more in depth. But super simple. I hope that this provides some value. Remember, the website is called tradingview.com. Make a new account. Remember, you do not have to pay for a subscription. Everything you need, you can use it for free. Right? So let me see if actually I can also pull up MetaTrader. If I'm able to pull that up right here, then I will also go over it real quick. But I'd rather use MetaTrader on the phone, to be honest, and kind of go over. Maybe I'll screen record the phone so I can show you guys what that looks like. But let me just show you what the app looks like. That way you know you have the right app. It's called MetaTrader 4. It looks like this. Looks like a whole bunch of people holding hands together. Right? You could download it for your computer. I personally don't have it on my computer. I personally just use it on my phone. Right? But this is what it looks like. Okay, guys? So I hope that this helps just a little bit. I'm going to not probably, I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel and put it as unlisted so that way only we can see it. Whoever has the link, only you guys can see it. Right? So hope this helps. If you have any questions, put them in the trading chat, right? Not any other chat, in the trading chat. That way, if I can't answer the question, maybe Brandon, maybe Angelica, maybe one of my guys, somebody that knows a little bit more can answer the question for you guys. So as of right now, that's all I have. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.